All right, we'll get the ball rolling here a little late. Get the doors opened up. Tradingology.com trading room for, what is today? July 21st already. All right. Let's see, I'll get my speakers unmuted here. Turn that guy off. I got a couple adjusting to do. Now I can hear Dave if he's talking.
You could before
I can hear you now. I was on mute for a second there. Sorry about that. Apologies for the delay, guys. Had one thing go a little bit long. Hopefully you're all doing well this Tuesday the 21st.
It is. It is Tuesday the 21st.
This month is flying by. I had to look down. I'm like, are you serious? It's the 21st already?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I apologize for we got about 3 members that are having, for some reason, some password entering issues with the front of the website. So I will be looking at that after the call here. I was tied up trying to work with one guy. That's one of the things I was just working on. So not exactly sure what's happening yet and why it's only like 2 or 3 people. So I am working on it, guys. If you can, Isham, I know you're having one of them. Let me grab the chat there in case you're seeing something that I need to see. Where did it go? I got too many screens going on with chats. Do you see the chat, Dave?
I do not. Yeah, I know. There's a site called Pexels, P-E-X-E-L-S, and they do backgrounds. I was playing around with it, and I forgot I had it on. Let me take it off here. I don't know how to take it off. How do I take it off?
Oh, we got another interesting downturn there.
You know, the market is kind of weird because yesterday we're up on the S&P like 15 points, but the
and the NASDAQ was ridiculous.
Oh, the NASDAQ was 300 points. It was unbelievable. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Isham. Yeah, I like that background pic. I do like it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Very nice.
It's like, I was playing around with it because I had a coaching client who used one, and it was like a starry background. It was like at night or something. It was pretty crazy.
Well, if you can see the chat, keep an eye on it for me because I can't seem to find my chat. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. That's funny. That was really weird.
BD, good morning.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to do this outside, and it was an absolutely perfect day. This is the first low humidity day that we've had in weeks. And I was dying to get outside, and then my neighbor decides to fire up his riding mower, and it's so loud, I can't hear anything.
Of course.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, here we go. Okay, where's my virtual background?
There we go. I'll bring in my full moon for you.
See, I have no hair, so it's like when I move around, my hair doesn't show completely. Like, because I'm so, I don't have much hair, so it like bleeds through.
And it's happened. Did you see the diamonds compared to the Qs? The diamond cost more.
It's gotta be like crazy, right?
269 to 265.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? That's insane. So the YMNQ has to be like.
Oh, I can, especially yesterday. I haven't pulled up that chart in a little while, but yeah, that one's crazy.
It be like 200 or something.
It might be under 1 or it might be under 2 on the spreadsheet. We'll see.
Yeah.
Did mention, I think most people are finding it, but I'll bring it up here just so you guys can see it. And I'd be really surprised if this caused anybody's problems, but I'm still working on that. Let me pull it up here. You guys were asking last week, I think it was last week, for a couple new areas. So inside the courses, we have added some of those easier links to follow. As long as you remember, going to the trader resources, we've updated the time. We're going to test this out. Dave, are you open tomorrow? Should we leak that out for them?
Absolutely.
We're going to attempt everyday trading rooms for half an hour session. So this same time, but we're going to see if we can get them done Monday through Friday for you guys.
Yeah. How about that, huh? Woo.
So that's our first announcement. So watch out.
Wow. I mean, that should be like like at least a couple $1,000s a year in extra fees, right?
Should be. Look for the link. Just kidding, guys.
You guys are grandfathered, I guess. I don't know. I got to check with Dan first.
So, yeah, exactly. Inside here where you saw it, where you got the course, the link, trading room info's in there still. I've added in the helpful links. So I'll just open this up in a new tab for you. Other courses that we're using, obviously you guys know about the VXX. For those that haven't jumped on it yet, you got like 2 hours left, maybe 1, and the price is going up.
It's 11 a.m. Eastern time now, so I'm closing it down with the pricing, special pricing at 12 a.m. It's 1 hour, or 12 p.m. It's 1 hour away.
Yeah, so there you go. If you don't have it yet, this is your final call. It's last call, guys. You don't have to go home, but you need the VXX. And then the Wealth Masterclass and the Price Action Profits all in there. And then other just bookmarks. You guys were asking for the market timer internals. I found one of the 2 that I was looking for. So this is a link right to that trading room session for that day, and go into 15 minutes and 28 seconds, and you'll see the review of that. And then other things you hear is talking about the yield curve rates, the failed bank list. You see all the buttons in here. You can jump on those. Forex Factory, how I modify my filter. So I'll add to this over time in the helpful link section. And then I moved the books over to its own little section so we can grow the library as that grows. And I think I got another one that's timing the trade is another one that I've recently picked up that I need to add to my list by Tom O'Brien is a great one.
Oh yeah, the volume market. Well, yes.
So look for that. That'll be added to the list. And then obviously you guys know.
You got that one, right? You ordered that one?
Yep, I just recently got that one. That's my latest addition to the library.
Good. Yeah, that's a great book. I really like it. Andre, I did see your question. I'll get to it as soon as Dan's finished here.
So that's the latest on the courses there. Let me make sure there's anything else I'm missing. For those that haven't seen yet, on the main page itself, I know I've had a few people that said, hey, I want to refer someone. I said, yeah, that's great. If you want to refer someone, I appreciate it. You want to make a few bucks while you're doing it, go ahead and join the affiliate program, and you'll get paid 33% of anything your referral buys. So look for that also at the bottom of the page. I know we had at least 1 or 2 that said, oh yeah, absolutely. It doesn't cost anything to be an affiliate. So if you know someone that's looking to do the same thing you're doing here, sign up for that affiliate program. You'll get your link. They sign up and you get paid too. So it's another way to make some side money. And what you can do is you can also give them the links directly to silver and gold, or you can just put them to the homepage there, or in the Futures Masterclass, which is also off the main homepage, you can link right into the standalone course. We have made that available as a purchase separately, so they can sign up for the standalone course only, $9.97 for MES, or they can do silver and gold. There's a combination. So there's a couple different options depending on what your referral may need. So that's just a quick update on the site. So we are continuing to add more things for you there.
Yeah, beautiful.
As you guys got more, this is all based on what you guys wanted. So I try to listen to what you need and we'll add it in.
We're right back up again.
Yeah, look at that. I think you might call it some manipulation down, and then it's running back up because our issues and the volume is definitely on the positive side. It did drop. It almost broke the 2,000, came down, but now it's starting to track back up.
Look at that up-down volume in the overnight, just after the close.
Yeah, they get a lot of that reporting right at the close. Yeah. It's interesting. Andre's asking if the link's going to work independent of which links we purchased. It's the exact same thing, Andre. So you purchase VXX, it's the same underlying link. So nothing's changed there. Those are just links to purchase. That's not links to the course. That's for new people that want to sign up for VXX. So nothing changes for where you go to access the content if you're already a VXX member.
Okay, so Andre says, Dave, one thing I did not find in the VXX course is the risk profile. That is a max profit, max loss, like an equity curve that you usually do with options. The max profit, max loss, I did mention in the VXX course. So if you go back through it, if you've only gone through it once, make sure you go through it again, because I put a ton of information in there, even though it's short. All the sessions are short, but I packed the information in there, and I did mention the max profit, max loss curve. Max loss is, and I won't go into it because there may be some people here that don't have the course, but I did say what they were. Now, you cannot use here's the kind of interesting thing, is that the Thinkorswim analysis tab, it's just so off. It's very, very deceptive, because number one is you don't hold these things to expiration. Do not hold these to expiration. Typically, we're in 3 to 10 days at the most. And so the expiration curve, even with the current, what they do is, the way they do the analysis tab in Thinkorswim is based on the current implied volatility. Well, that implied volatility, not only does it represent the average volatility over the last 12 months, which is not really long enough. It depends on the expiration date and the day's expiration and all that kind of stuff. It's really, as far as I can see, it's very, very far off. It doesn't reflect the max profit or loss on the trade whatsoever, if you're holding it for 3 to 10 days. If you hold it to expiration, might be close, but do not depend on that analysis tab for anything. The implied volatilities are off. 12-month volatility is terrible. And so the risk profile is not something that I recommend. Number one is they do not take into consideration the drift in the VXX because of the changes that they do on a daily basis with the VIX futures contracts. I mean, that's not something that you can put into the analysis tab. So the IVs are overstated. There's just so many problems with it. Now, the max risk on those trades, if you're doing a long ladder, then it's going to be anything below that long ladder, the strike price is going to be at a loss, right? Anything, if you're doing a short ladder, anything in between the short and the highest ladder rung is going to be a loss as well, and above that. So that's all you really need to know. But go back through the course again. I did state what the max loss and max profit was, especially the max profit. I did the calculations on one of the videos.
Yep, I think he's got it. He's saying there he's just mostly being aware of his max percentage of his capital that he's leveraging on a per trade basis. So I think Andre's got it wrapped up.
Oh, okay. So if you're looking at the max amount of capital that you're using, typically it depends on your account size, but you don't want to risk more than 1% on any single trade. And typically, I want to keep a little powder dry for the next week. This was unusual because I've been in I had 3 positions on every single week over the last 3 weeks. I closed out 2 of them yesterday. So I think it was the August 7th expiration date I closed out, and the August 14th. So I only got 1 on right now. I closed out 2 yesterday. Just FYI.
Awesome. And we're going to have to train ourselves to leverage our 30 minutes here. We're coming up to the top of the hour, but I know since I was late, I'll go over. If you guys can make it, we'll go over the top of the hour by 5 minutes or so, whatever we need.
Yeah, and both of those trades were winners, by the way. They were definitely good trades.
Nice.
Not sure, again, I may have a conflict tomorrow, but we'll see. If I don't, I'll do the recording like I did last week.
Did you see what's going on with our precious metals?
Silver is up nicely.
Gold and silver are on the move, guys, if you haven't seen that.
Silver is doing nicely. Have you seen what's going on with Nikola?
No, I have not.
Oh, take a look at Nikola.
What's their ticker again?
We talked about it a couple weeks ago when it was up around $90. NKLA.
NKLA, okay, 1 second.
We talked about what a kind of a bit of a problem it was because of the way they took orders and kind of basically zero down, but they counted as income.
Oh, oops.
Whoops. Go to a daily chart there. You'll see the real.
See the real oops?
Yeah, see the real.
Excuse me. Oh, look at that gap down from 52 and then all the way back from 75. Yep. And that's even before they're going to report garbage news.
Yeah. So that's so whatever. And it was just incredible that they would go up to $90 a share. Now, one of the things that we did talk about, Nicola, was the fact that number one is they were taking orders on their website with no money down, and they counted it as a full sale in their financials. And then there's another company that was actually has a huge number of shares that they used, and I can't remember the details on that, but they had a huge number of sales that they could sell after a certain period, and I think that period has come.
Yeah, well, that was the initial investors, right? That they said, yeah, you guys can go ahead and sell. That's probably why this gap down came from.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Yeah, that's going to be back to at least, I would say, back to 10 or maybe even $5. Kyle says, I assume you think we should paper trade the VXX until we make a real trade? Yeah, absolutely.
I would recommend you paper trade anything until you understand it, sir.
Yeah, you got to know the ins and outs, 100%.
So we'll just look at the gold ETF. Look at that gap up today.
And that's interesting with the with stocks up as well.
And then,
but if you look at the DXY, the dollar index, it's down. It's down significantly. I think it's DXY.
Oh, DX. Oh, the Dixie.
Yeah, and on Thinkorswim you have to do DXY.
Dollar sign, is it?
No, it's like a colon IFS or something. Yeah, it's the IFUS one. The second one there.
Oh, come back here. There we go.
I think that's the only one that reports fairly good numbers. But yeah, we're taking a dive, and I think that's one of the reasons why gold and silver is up so strongly today. Cryptocurrencies had a little bit of a sell-off yesterday, but we're bouncing back pretty strong today. I'm not sure why crypto was down yesterday when generally the market was up. The only thing I could think of was the internals yesterday were really confusing. And so, that the correlation we've seen between crypto and the markets, I think everything was a little messed up yesterday. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah, Andre's asking how investing in precious metals lately. Personally, I bought a bunch of physical a while back, so I'm just watching this and happy with it. But yeah, if you want to do short-term stuff, silver is definitely what's the good word I was looking for? Opportunity for short-term if you want to use miners or you want to use the futures. There's multiple ways.
Yeah, GDX. Take a look at the GDX. Well, that's gold, but
right. We could look at MGC for the micros.
But I like silver right now. I think it's going to outperform gold because I'm short the spread, the gold silver ratio. So I'm short MGC, long silver. I think silver has the opportunity to go up to $40. I think, just my opinion. I am. Oh, SLIJ is a ticker. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't know what that one is. Let me see where it pulls up.
Is it a
Silver Miners ETF?
Silver Miners ETF. There you go. How liquid is that thing?
Let me turn on.
And it's at $14.92, which is a discount to the price of silver. Interesting.
Where's just my? I hardly ever put in volume because it's always just there. Where's just plain volume?
It's in your gearbox up there next to.
Oh, that's right. It's not a study because it always does it by itself.
Yeah, so you just have to go over. You can overlap volume, see what we got.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, it's yeah, this thing is somewhat liquid.
Apparently there's none.
There's none.
Be careful.
I saw a YouTube video where a big silver guy mentions he'll be loading on SILJ.
I think I heard the best advice related to anything precious metals, especially like that. Andre, whether you're hearing it from us or anyone, do your research before you actually invest any real money behind it or any real currency, whatever you want to call it. Whether it's me, Dave, Mike, whoever your precious metal guy is, make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. That's what I would say. Even if he is a big silver guy, I'm like nothing against this guy, whoever he is. I'm not saying he's bad or good. I'm just saying make sure you do your research before you put your money anywhere. Like we never heard of SILJ. It might be very perfectly fine miners ETF. Just do your research on it first before you buy it or sell it.
Yeah, and also remember that you know, if anybody does say that they're a big silver guy, it sounds like he's really married to the position, and we're not married to any positions. I mean, I'm not married to any positions. I invest whatever makes me money.
Yep.
I don't care if it's silver, it's gold. I mean, I know guys that had bought silver probably 20 years ago. They're still holding it, and if that's what you want to do on a long-term basis, that's great. But a lot of guys will just talk their book, which means that they're buying it. They want everybody else to buy it so the price can go up.
Exactly.
I did get volume on SILJ. I'm not sure. Maybe you hit the wrong button or something, or it doesn't show up as an overlap.
I probably did.
So back in, it looks like February, it was only doing about 300,000 shares a day. But since about March 16th, it's been doing looks like over 1 million. And lately, it's up over 3 million. So it's really it looks like it's gotten a lot more popular.
Well, yeah, there we go. Now I got the graph coming in. So yeah, it must be, that's what we've heard recently, right? It's been 100 to 300% of people jumping into precious metals.
Oh my gosh, the volume going back to 2019, just about the entire year, the average daily volume was like 40,000, which is not good.
Right.
But since looks like around July it started picking up, and then certainly when we had the decline in March, it has gone up into the millions per day.
Yeah, look at that right there, that huge jump.
So make sure you guys, exactly as Dan says, do your own research. You know, I'm a volatility guy. Dan's a future guy, and that's kind of like the macro vision that we have. You know, I love trading volatility. Dan has the systems for the MES futures, for the futures stuff. I think his system on futures is the best I've ever seen. And it's really, really good. I mean, look, jeez. And you know what? Here's another thing too, is that the reason why I don't stay in VXX trades very long, I try to stay in 3 to 10 days, and you're taking profits on it as much as you possibly can. You're getting in and out, taking 50% profits on the trades, and the futures. You don't stay in long either, because the more times you can turn over that capital, you make profits on it, the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
I think that's why it's worked out so well in that first 3 months or whatever it was when I opened that account up, and 5 extra from 5 to 25 where it was. And that's not without holding it that long. It's not like I made one bet and watched it accumulate. It was in and out, doing the same thing, not building. Just
Exactly.
rinse and repeat.
Exactly. So you have less risk the less time you're in it. You have all the tools necessary in order to capture those profits. And the more you can turn over your capital, the better your returns are going to be. Did we hit all the questions here?
I believe so. I'll look back over it.
BD asks, how is the YMNQ arbitrage trading been working with recent NQ action? We haven't traded YMNQ in quite a while. We kind of backed off of it for a while because the numbers were just so skewed. I mean, NQ was just racing ahead. It didn't look right to us, so we haven't traded it.
Yeah, that's one BD. I updated the spreadsheet just to keep it in there, and I'll update it maybe once a month or so just to keep the numbers fresh so people can see it, and I'll keep an eye on if it starts to relax and goes back to its normal operating procedures, then we'll look at it again. It's one of those it's good to have in your back pocket because it is a hedge against itself. It's a beautiful strategy.
Kyle says, got the VXX system. It's great. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted, BD, if we start leveraging the VA trades again for sure, because that was a popular one. That was a day in and day out almost all the time. And with that, sir, it might be a quick wrap unless you got anything burning in your mind outside of you guys got 42 minutes or 52 minutes left on the sale.
Gold silver ratio dropping like a rock.
In the 80s now, right?
Yeah, it's down in the 80s. So we're 89.3 this morning, and I think it's dropping even further. Let me do a quick update here. It's at 87.
Wow.
87. So we got in when it was like 112. Doing very, very nicely. My target is like 75 to 70, so we're getting close to that.
I think that's another thing that we'll close on is never be afraid and identify where your profit levels should be and where they are and taking your profit off the table. Don't do the fear of missing out that it's going to go even farther. If you're at your target profit, take it. There's people that say, yeah, I own gold. Well, when are you going to sell it? I'm not. Well, you got to have some type of exit strategy.
Yeah, I mean, the reason we trade is in order to increase our purchasing power. If you don't ever capture that purchasing power, benefit, you don't have a trade. You don't. I mean, you're basically using gold and silver as a substitute for the USD.
Right.
So, to get that benefit of the purchasing power that you've increased by, put it in your pocket. Andre says, still time to get in the silver gold ratio trade. Actually yesterday may have been a good time because it was still up in the 90s in the early 90s, low 90s yesterday. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I'm getting close to actually pulling a trigger and taking it off. I mean, if it's down right now at 87.
I got 87.31 right now.
It's really coming into some sort of support. We've got consolidation between 88 and 82, and today is a big move down. I've got a support line at 85, so we're really, really close. I may end up taking some profits today or maybe taking the whole thing off. So I would say no.
And I'll answer for Jeff. Looks like Dave's unknown if he's going to make the live trade tomorrow, but if either way, he's going to record something.
Yes.
There you go. Good job, ED. Grab some profits, closing the silver position. I like it.
Yep. Take that purchasing power benefit. Take it off the table.
Sweet.
You're welcome, Jeff.
All right, for those that are having login issues, I'll get you as soon as I can. We'll see if we can get this figured out. But the latest update is we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, 10:30 Eastern.
Yeah, awesome. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you, Dan.
Take it easy, guys.